Hi everyone, so in today's video what we're going to do is talk to you about how to use AI to save you time in marketing. Simple step-by-step process for small businesses and a way to compete with a larger business. So in this what we do is we have 4 ways that I use AI on a daily basis, and with that is you have the 4 simple ways of using it, and also at the end of it I'm going to show you one way that I think personally is a really good thing, and for overall maybe old things you have, memorabilia or something that's really emotionally attached to. So first things first, we're going to jump into is emails. People still look at AI and still don't understand that you can even use it for emails. So obviously there's ways to automate this process, make it easier. However, we're going to keep it simple and just get used to using it. So first things first is I pretty much created an email here, just made it up, and most business owners probably get emails like this regularly. Long emails looking for a lot of information. If you have a high ticket item, people are still not 100% sure whether they want to buy or get involved. If you have a membership, same thing. So in this example, it's a gym, and we have an email from a potential client called Sarah, and pretty much she just wants information. So all you do is you grab the email from your email, jump over here to ChatGPT, and pretty much paste in the email, tell it to generate a reply based on information you have. Now, one thing I would say to you here on this, and I'll probably say it 1 or 2 more times throughout the video, is AI needs context, and context is key. And this is one of the main reasons why pretty much I've started to build out this school community, because it's going to allow you opportunities to build out systems and build out tools that allow you to give AI much better information that's going to actually do much better for your business. So definitely something, if you're interested in joining, check out the links below. But with that, what I done is it gave you the information, gave you the reply. We went into massive detail what we offer. We have obviously the general introduction part of it done, your first session, one-to-one training, nutritional and lifestyle support, membership flexibility. So personally, what happens here is you're getting a massive amount of value, and I think that is one of the key things, is you're over delivering in a simple email. You're already, your touch point there with the customer or the client is massive. They're reading that and they're first thing more than likely thinking, wow, that's a lot of information. However, when they go through it and they see you've obviously inputted your own information, your own spin and things onto it, now the opportunity there to just over deliver from the get-go is unreal. And most people don't even harness that. They might just barely give a reply. Check out the link, check out the website. It's a lazy approach. Loses customers. Simple and straightforward. So with that, email is done. We're going to jump back over here, and again, next one is summarize content. I use this every single day, and pretty much does 2 things for me. It pretty much helps me obviously digest the information on YouTube, everywhere else, but also helps me learn. So what you want to do here is grab a YouTube video that you watch, whatever it is. So in this case, we picked this one from Simon, 30 years of that. It's 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours long. You grab the URL, you jump up here to Notebook LM, you add a source up here. You can add YouTube, websites, copy text, Google Slides, Google Docs, and pretty much you click it in here and paste the link. Not rocket science. From there, it's going to generate a lot of information, but one of the key things you want to do here is you go up to reports. You can get a briefing doc, potentially you can use it for studying if you wanted it. Again, here's the information, massive amount of information in there straight away at your fingertips. Again, a lot of this could be uniquely turned into content if you pretty much put your own spin on it with your own business, with your own views. It's help you massively to kind of brainstorm for definite. One thing I really like using this for is all this opportunity to kind of mind map things. So you can see here we have different options based on what it was done. So marketing your business, it breaks down all the different elements of it. So understand your customer, one of the key things. Click to understand. So again, all right, so it gives me 2 more options. So again, we click on one of these options, it brings us back to the main chat. Again, it goes through all the information in the main chat, and definitely just again adding much more value to you. So again, definitely something to kind of harness to get you over that hump of not being able to generate content, or if you're looking to learn more about different areas. So number 3 is what we're going to look at, and pretty much is create content. So as I mentioned obviously a few minutes ago about the context, this is where AI needs more context, obviously, of your business. And this is where by building it into it is going to allow you to, I think, massively grow your overall reach, grow your business, and in turn, just grow revenue. So with that in mind, what I've done is use the same example a few minutes ago as the fitness one. And what we've done is we've set it to, we're creating a Get Fit by Christmas. Obviously, we want to launch it. We want to have content basically geared up to try and push the entire package and push it all out. So within a few minutes, it pretty much created 30 days of content based on that. So you can see week 1, awareness and pain points. Week 2, education and value, social proof and urgency, and conversion push. So the aim here is to pretty much push that entire package and program out, hopefully to get more members. And again, look, it gives you even the content mix. Again, all focusing on this was, I think, was on Instagram, of course, but again, it's much easier to start from here than it is to be starting with a blank piece of paper or not really knowing where to start from. And I think most people, that's what they do. They start from a point where they just have no idea what they're doing. They create something that they think is going to sell. They put no effort, no thought into the actual overall how they're going to push it, how they're going to market it, and ends up going nowhere. This is pretty much where you kind of struggle. And last but not least is images. Images is something that images have come on leaps and bounds over the last 2 weeks probably. Massive change in over the overall space, and I think it's a massive opportunity for everyone to take advantage. Now, as I mentioned, there is one extra little bonus thing I have. I'll share it now in a minute, but this is personal value. I think is massive, and it's something that most people don't even consider. So what I want to do here is we quickly jump back over to Google. We're using Google Gemini here, and some of you are probably familiar with it. We're after hearing about it, Nano Banana. It's a new AI model basically for images. So with this, I have my logo. Now this logo was generated with AI as well. The overall design was created by someone else, but again, I needed different variations of it. So again, if we jump back here to the community, this logo was created by it as well. The banner, the logo up there, you can see was changed. And what I wanted to do here is pretty much give me the black version of it, or black background, white, and I wanted to create an aftershave bottle. Now again, this is no context to me. Again, I just want to show the potential power of what AI can do, and within a few seconds, you can see it there, hopefully, that create a bottle, an aftershave bottle. Now again, I think this is a massive quality and value. It didn't, if I was doing this, I'd have to find a generic image here, put my logo on it, and more than likely it will look like it's just copy and pasted onto it. However, now you can see it's brought the grey elements, it brought the white elements and the dark background, and it's made something different and unique. So obviously here, this could be your own product. Let's say, assume it's your own product. You haven't used AI to do anything with it, but you wanted to look a bit different. So now what you want to do is create an image of an Instagram model holding this product in her hand. And AI before this was really bad, and it looked like it was copy and paste on. However, you can see here now she's proudly holding the aftershave bottle. Yes, the smoke is on it. You could look at it removing that. However, I suppose it does kind of draw your eye a little bit to that area, but it looks like she's looking at the camera. It looks like a professional shoot, and the entire lot. And the way she's holding it, you can see it there, that the pressure point on the finger, you can see the skin, and it's not just looking like it's copy and pasted into it. Definitely a massive improvement. Also, AI goes to the other end of the field, I suppose, and does crazy stuff. So again, I asked it to do a website banner, and pretty much it gave back this, there was nothing here that resembles what we just after creating. So we needed to kind of work it out and kind of reset it. So again, just pasted the image back in, got it to create a banner, and here's the banner for pretty much, you could just upload it onto your website. And from there, it's simple enough. You have unique content created without costing you a small fortune. Doesn't have to cost you a massive amount of time in editing programs, softwares and stuff like that. But if you wanted it, you could bring it over to Canva, paste it in, use Canva AI to remove the text, put your own text in. Massive qualities and advantages. One more thing here, I suppose, well, a few more things, sorry, but one more case here where I showed I had a billboard here in Dublin. Pretty much wanted to put that onto it. You can see obviously it's put on, however it is a little bit squashed and out of aspect ratio, which is something that you would have to work on. But again, all I've done then is given it a different banner ad up here. You can see it again. It's in Dublin, and all it done, put it in, and lo and behold, you have it. Yes, you would need to get rid of the shop now button, obviously, of course, on it. But again, it just shows the power of AI. You can see what it's actually doing. If you were in a position to sell this, looking for billboards advertising, again, it's an opportunity to see what it looks like before you go and spend thousands on it. The next quirky one, I suppose, here is this. This is something that I've started to use on a regular basis now. I've created one or two stock images of me pointing towards different thumbnails and things like that. And what I aim to do then is just use AI to kind of change positions, change my hands around, or change colors. So as I mentioned in this, if we jump straight back into it, this was the original photo here. You can see it just pointing randomly up into the top corner, and obviously around the red top. I asked it to change it to a green top. Again, it kept every single piece of detail, I think, in it. On it, it didn't really change anything on it. You can see it's all there. Pretty much all it done is change the logo, change the color of the top. But what's really good, it changed the black Adidas to obviously the white version of the Adidas, and you have the opportunity here to obviously do this for your own stuff day to day, or if you wanted to do it and you're working in the fashion industry and you want a specific model wearing a specific set of clothes without having to actually spend a small fortune on doing it. And last, I just said, would it do this? Change it to a purple hoodie, and you can see again, context is there. All it's done is just put the purple hoodie on, and pretty much has nearly put it to the same way I kind of wear my hoodies, which is really good. And it kept everything else. It's unreal power here, I think, of AI. So the last thing, I suppose, is something that I think is a personal thing, and I think it is a major opportunity here for people. So if we jump straight back over here, you can see here I got a photograph. Now this is just of the local area, and you can see this was taken back in the 1900s, I think. Now most people will have pictures of grandparents, great grandparents, things like that are in black and white, and I think the ability to add color to these brings them to life more, and really gets an understanding of what can actually happen or what it was like. So you can see here I asked it to pretty much add color to this. So yes, AI at first was a bit extreme. That's a bit too much contrast, too much color given to it. However, you can see here that all the color has been added in the right area. There's not like just a random color that's out of context kind of in it. So I asked it to drop it down a little bit, and here you have it. And I personally just think this is huge. Ability to bring photos to life, I think, is the key here now. And for people that have loved ones maybe and want to kind of refresh photos, take a photograph of it, try and get a high quality as much as you can, get it into AI, get it colorized, and again, it just adds more depth to the entire photo. So look, pretty much that is the key ways of how you can use AI on a daily basis to kind of streamline, save your time in marketing, and hopefully just grow. So yeah, leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.